I wasted months writing content that did not rank. Not only months, but precious revenue, clients, and a bit of my sanity. But after working with hundreds of local service companies, like this company here, where we doubled their lead flow within 17 days, I have found the solution. Hello, my name is Christian Gladwell. I specialize in local SEO, and in this video, I will show you exactly the type of content to write so you can rank your business locally without wasting years, thousands of dollars, clients, or your mental health. And the best part, you don't even have to write it. In this video here, I'll give you the prompt to use, the step-by-step process that you can implement in your business so you can have the AI write the content for you. There's a few key points here we have to talk about, and the first one is why blog posts do not work. There's a very specific reason why blog posts don't work for local service clients, and that is most blog posts, when they're written, they're actually ranking nationally. But your customers, guess what? They don't live nationally. They usually live in a 10 to 15 to 20 mile radius of your Google business profile. And so oftentimes what you'll see is you'll see a lot of customers, a lot of clients, a lot of websites writing all these blog posts targeting things nationally, but never getting any local customers. Now let's give an example here. Let's say you have a plumber that's in Boise, Idaho, and he's writing blog posts like this: 5 tips to prevent freezing pipes in the winter. That specific blog post, it will not rank in Boise, Idaho. It will probably rank nationally and in some cases internationally. And guess what? That's not where your customers live. Not only that, but these specific blog posts do not give any contextual information about the area you serve to Google. When you write content, it has to be localized. It has to talk about the area that you serve with your Google business profile. Just so you know, if you want to learn more about SEO and these advanced strategies, talk about them and implement them, then you should probably join our Local SEO Academy. Links in the description. Right now, what I would like to do is I would like to jump on the screen here and I would like to show you what happens when you write content that is filled with informational keywords that are not localized. Let me show you right here. So as you can see, I have this client right here. This gentleman and I, we worked about 2 years ago. But as you can see here, there's 2 things you have to notice. First of all, there's a precipitous slowdown in the clicks achieved. As you can see here, he was getting 90 clicks, 100 clicks, which is tremendous if you're a local service company. But then they started dropping very, very slowly, as you can see right here. The reason this is happening is mainly because of AI. There's something called a zero-click experience. Google takes those blog posts and guess what? Just shows them in the AI overview. So people don't have to click on your website. They can just read what you wrote. But let's scroll down a little bit and you will see the queries that people have found this website with. It says here Bosch oven error codes E011 Bosch oven, LG machine washing UE error. Now, these keywords that people are finding this business with, they suck, and I'll explain why. The types of keywords you want your business to be found with are things such as appliance repair near me, appliance repair city, emergency appliance repair, things like that. These are highly qualified customers in your market ready to buy your services. These people right here that have found this website using these specific keywords, these people are not qualified. They're just looking for information. Not only that, but Google has also eaten away the clicks, as you can see right here, but also these people are not qualified at all. So this is a huge waste. You will see this quite often with a lot of local service companies that have a lot of blog posts. Do not do this mistake. Now let's talk about point number 2. First of all, you have to make sure your Google business profile is optimized. And at least you have to make sure that it has the proper categories and it has the proper services. Let me explain. If you are a podiatrist, make sure your Google business profile primary category says podiatrist, not medical clinic, not health service, not hospital, nothing like that. Make sure it has that good primary category. So if there's a secondary category that relates to what you do, then please add it. For example, medical clinic, that could be a good secondary category, so that's where you would add it. If you're a plumber, your primary category should be plumber, but then you can add a secondary category called drain cleaning service, right? Once you have filled your categories properly, you can have 1 primary and 9 secondary. Make sure you fill your services as well. So then you would have to go to your Google business profile and you would have to find the types of services you provide and you would have to add them into the Google business profile services. And that could be things such as, well, let's use an example here. Let's say you're a TRT clinic, blood tests, hormone monitoring, maybe you offer different peptides, so you want to have those as services in your Google business profile. If you're a plumber, it gets a little bit easier. Drain cleaning service, faucet repair, pipe fitting, pipe repair, pipe replacement. So that's a little bit easier and more straightforward, right? By the way, if you want me and my team to execute this strategy for you, for your business, then please book a call, links in the description. So, okay, we've just finished all our categories, we've just finished all our services. Now what we have to do is write content. You have to create a piece of content about every category and also every service. Let me explain. Let's say you're a plumber in Boise, Idaho, right? So then you would have to do, for your primary category, your homepage would have to be plumber, Boise, Idaho. And then let's say you have some secondary categories. In this case, you would have to write things such as drain cleaning, Boise. Now let's move on to the services. You would have to create pages on your site called pipe fitting, Boise, pipe repair, Boise, faucet replacement, Boise. Make sure every service and every category has a page on your site that relates to your Google Business Profile city. In this case, we're using the example Boise. Next step is you have to create some location pages. So this is where you take your primary category, plumber, right? And then you look around your Google Business Profile, look around about in a 10-mile radius. And what you want to see is you want to see the most highly trafficked neighborhoods / smaller cities near you that you can actually reach. You obviously don't want to write content about things that are 50 miles out. Your Google Business Profile can never reach that area, but you want to write things that your Google Business Profile has the potential to reach. So this is what you have to do. Let's say you have neighborhood number 1. What you have to do is create content similar to this. Plumber, neighborhood 1, plumber, neighborhood 2, plumber, neighborhood 3. What you're doing here is you're telling Google that you service this local area around your Google Business Profile using the keyword plumber. You're giving Google a lot of context and a lot of understanding that you are the leading service provider for these neighborhoods around the Google Business Profile. There's two things that happen here. First of all, what's going to happen is that you are slowly going to rank for those specific neighborhoods you just wrote about. Not only that, but you will start getting clicks from people searching for these services from these specific neighborhoods. What's nice about that is that that's free traffic. That's organic free traffic. We do know most of the leads come from the Google Business Profile, but sometimes about 20% of people, they click on the organic search results. And that's where they'll see these location pages too. And those might get clicked. They might click call now. And that's a free lead right there. So it never hurts. Now let's move on to point number 3, AI content. First of all, I want to dispel a myth. Is AI content bad? The answer is not really, but there's a huge problem with AI content. The way it's written is in a very, very boring way, and when people read it, they simply click away from the page, which is a negative signal for your page. You see, when people read a page, they want to read content at about a 10th grade to 12th grade level. Nothing really complicated, no complex words, nothing really fancy. And this is where AI sucks. The content it creates, while it looks good on paper, it's a little bit boring, tough to read, and quite dry. The easier your content is to read, then what happens is that the more time people spend on your page, or better yet, if people read it quickly, they might click call now. That's a positive signal in Google's eyes. You clicking call now tells Google that, hey, you finished your customer journey, this page is good, the person will not have to continue searching for this topic, therefore let's promote this page or let's promote this Google Business Profile. And that's why when you write AI content, you want to make sure it's edited. Now we're going to jump back into the computer here. I want to show you the 2-step process that you can use for yourself to create content. And like I said here, it's a 2-step process. There's a very specific reason why we do this. And the reason is that AI writes content better when we give it an outline first, and then we ask it to write the content. So let's jump in and I'll show you here. So this is what the prompt looks like. You're simply going to copy all of this in your AI tool, and it's going to spit out a nice outline. Then you're going to take the next step, which is the content creation step. You're going to put the exact same information in, and that's where you get the fully fleshed out content. Now let me show you how this works. So in this case, I'll be using Claude, but you can use any other AI you would like. They all pretty much work the same. And here's what I'll do. First of all, I added my business name from the Google Business Profile. Then I added my address from the Google Business Profile. Then I added the target keyword. In this case, I want to write content about my homepage, which is Fence Company Austin. And then this is my business phone number. Target location. If you're writing a location page, this is where you would put the neighborhood. So here's what I'll do. I take all of this stuff right here. I copy it. If I click right click, copy, then I go to my AI and then I simply paste it here and I click enter. So what's going to happen here is that the AI is going to give me a few options for an outline. And now this is where you, the person, has to manually look at these things and decide which one is best. Usually all three of them are pretty great, but I'll use this as an example. So it gave me three options: option 1, option 2, option 3. It gave me an H1 tag, it gave me a nice little piece of content right here. So what I'll do is I'll say option 1 looks fantastic. Let's continue. Now what's going to happen is that it's going to give you a few more options again for the next section. And this is again the same exact thing. You look at your options, you select the best options, and you tell the AI, looks good, let's continue. So what I'll do right here is I'll say option 2 looks good, let's continue. Pretty straightforward. Now in this section here, it'll give you 3 suggestions for a Q&A section. So make sure you read these through, make sure that they make sense. And once you think they make sense, simply say, looks good, let's continue. And this is the final section. This will give me a call to action. This is the final paragraph right here. Now, remember, if you want to edit this template, edit this prompt, you can go ahead and do so. Maybe you want more sections. Maybe you want more questions and answers. You can absolutely add those. This is a baseline template for you to take and actually implement it on your business to make your content better. So as you can see right here, we have the call to action. So what I'll tell the AI right now is, please give me the whole outline. Thanks. And there you have it, guys. I have the complete outline here. What I'll do right now is I'll simply take this whole outline. I will copy it. I will open up a new chat room. And what I'll do is I'll simply paste it and I'll make some space here at the top. And guess what? I have to give the AI the second part of my prompt, which is the content creation part. So I'll simply come here, I'll copy this right here. It's the same information as earlier, right? And then I'll simply paste it up at the top. And then I click enter. So now the AI will simply take this nice outline that I've just created and it'll flesh out this content. So this makes writing content a lot faster and also a lot easier. And here, check this out. We have this beautiful big paragraph about the intro section and it's asking me, hey, is this good enough? And in this case, I'll say, yes, this looks good. Let's continue. Again, here it is. This is the second section. It's asking me why choose us. This is the why choose us section. And I'll say, looks great. Let's continue. And now we are at the Q&A section. It's fleshing out the questions and answers. Now remember, if there's too much content and you want to thin things out, you can simply tell the AI to reduce a few paragraphs or a few characters. You can easily do that. In this case though, this looks fantastic to me. So I'll say, this looks good. Let's continue. And here is the final section, the call to action. As you can see, it's printing it out. And once this finishes, what I'll tell the AI is, this looks great. Please give me the whole content. And this is where the magic happens. Everything comes together. Your outline and your content creation prompt, they come together and they create a beautiful, beautiful piece of content that you can simply copy and paste on your site. Now remember, make sure you edit it a little bit, make sure it doesn't look boring to read, and once you do that, you simply paste it, and there you have it, guys. By the way, if you want this Google document here that I just used, you can simply find it in the description. Simply click the link below. And this is exactly the type of content I use here to rank this business here within 17 days. Now you have a few options from here. You can take everything that I've written in this video and figure it out for yourself. It will be painful. It'll take a bit of time. You will lose some money in the process, probably a few clients, but eventually you will figure it out. But you could also join our Local SEO Academy down below, where we discuss these specific tactics, these advanced local SEO tactics on a daily basis, saving you money, time, and also clients. Or if you want me and my team to implement this whole strategy on your business and help you rank, then simply book a call. Link is also down in the description. And if you want to learn more about ranking companies using local SEO, then simply check out this next video right here. Thank you, guys.